Do you think God is dumb?
God ain't dumb. That's a, that's
I'm
a,
just
that's the
saying,
title of the episode. God ain't dumb.
there's nothing you can do to make you go to heaven but accept Christ. There's nothing you can do, right?
Mm.
I know people like, nah, I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna get myself together, and then I'm gonna start going to God. No, man. I brought every problem I had to the church.
Mm.
I brought
That's what you gotta
all that
do.
luggage. Ah!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Parables from the Projects podcast. I am your co-host, Mia, aka Nene from Pink Houses.
And I am Gordy from Brownsville, aka Gorgeous Gordy. Gorgeous. I know ain't nothing gorgeous. It's an old nicknames. Don't worry about it. What's up, everybody?
What's up? What's up, y'all? All right, so we are bringing you episode 2 of season 3, and we're so happy to be back with you. So, as today is May 30th, we know that it is a lot. May 30th, 2020. Let's be clear about that, because I know that somebody could be listening to this in 2050, 2060, 2070. At this time, it's a lot happening. So for our what's going on,
Everybody know what's going on.
what's going on, yeah, everybody knows what's going on. And so we're just going to, have a kind of spontaneous conversation, just about what's going on. And, hopefully we can, bring you some laughter, bring you some healing during this time. Because, yeah, get your mind off of some of the regular news too. So what's going
Yeah,
on, Pops?
it's time flying so fast right now, you know.
Mm.
And does anybody hear about this? So did y'all hear that this is a professional thing going on with the protests now? Because you see how it's hitting spots and burning cars. We got cars. I see it's a police car burning downtown Brooklyn. Like we had a whole we be having a whole plan for the show, and I don't even know how you even get by all this stuff. I mean, I'm a comedian now, and I'm like, yeah, there's some jokes I want to say, but golly, I mean, I had a whole script from last week. You know, I've been writing because I've been in the house, and I'll be having stuff planned to write, and then stuff happens. So I don't know. It's kind of weird for comics, man. I mean, I'm not saying I'm in the circle with all the big ones, but I could even imagine them because we think comics think like we really say what's on our minds. Like, and it's hard to say what's on your mind right now, you know? Like you just gotta like you can't believe first you thinking about corona, you like, Dad, we can't do no shows outside, we can't be in clubs, and then these motherfuckers are still shooting. They still killing people, man.
Mm.
So and with me, like I said on one of the podcasts, like I'm still mad at Rodney King. So if yeah, I mean, you could get me to march for Rodney King's verdict to be overturned for them cops, but I'm not even. And for me to impact everything like I like how Rodney King hit me and how that affected my life. For me to put all the rest of the murders in my head right now, I would lose it. And that's what I'm just hoping people don't do: start shooting each other. You know, because that's because what you gonna? I'm telling you, I'm really mad at Rodney King's verdict. I'm really mad that they beat him. I'm really mad that we was like, oh sweat, we got it on tape. And then when they got the court, it was like, oh sweat, they all got indicted. yo, it was crazy. We was so happy. And then they went to court and they just was saying anything out their mouth and still won.
Still
So,
one.
man, if we can't fight, man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. And then I like was telling my daughter, Mia. So Mia. You gonna tell them about your protest march? I mean, she went to go march. I mean, she's in LA and I'm in New York, so I'm like, she like, yeah, I'm going to the protest. I'm like, don't y'all got the internet, man? See, that's kind of insensitive. But the fight is on the internet. The fight is stop buying stuff for real. I think the fight is here. We mastering this. Yo, Mia, yeah, so this podcast gonna be a little different because I've always said that we got to start using our attention to our advantage. Like they always watching us, so let's use it to our advantage. Let's. Anyway, I'm gonna let you say something, and then we go back and forth because your pops got a lot about this.
Right.
Because
So
if I
I
ain't
mean,
smiling, then I'm deep.
Uh, I mean, honestly though, like, so for Parables from the Projects, right, we do always say what's going on, right? So yes, we are, in the middle of it. Dad is in NYC. People are, texting him, and I'm out here in LA, and we're talking about what's going on with us personally. Like, how are we, responding to this? What do we think about it? And so, where do I begin? Really, for me, the biggest thing. Well, I won't say the biggest thing. I went to the protest today, or I went to one of the protests in LA in Pan Pacific Park, led by Black Lives Matter, right? So I saw everybody, and the reason that I wanted to go was that, and I didn't post anything on my Instagram page or on Facebook, and I just really wanted time to process. I wanted time, I don't know. I really, don't know what to share. Right. And I feel like people need that space to be able to not know what to share. Also, I wanted to go to the protest because I just know that this time is an important time in our history. And I want to be a part of it. Like, and I think I wanted to have like a front row seat of it as well. I know that, we can be, active in our voting. If I know who my politicians are, you know what I mean? Like I have seen several posts and a lot of information on, practical things that we can do other than protest. But I also know, for me as a journalist, as a person in media, I want to see, what's going on and be an eyewitness. Like that's just I think that that's almost not how I cope, but it's a way for me to be re-energized, right? I'm tired of seeing everything, on TV, on social media. I want to see it, live and direct. I want to feel what people are feeling. Like, granted, I know as a Black woman, as a Black person, as a person with a Black dad, a Black, cousin who is like a brother to me, who's a male, Black male, and as a person,
As a
in
black,
America who's Black,
yeah.
right? Of course I feel the pain. Of course I feel the anger, but it's different, and it's going to be different for every person. So for me, I wanted to go out there to see and feel, I think, other people's emotions, not to take it on. I'm not an empath or anything like that, but I just needed to be aware of the energy. And so I went out there. I didn't do much. I didn't stay out there longer than 10 minutes. Um, but, I will be back, I'm sure, and I'm trying to stay safe. And it's still COVID-19 happening. Granted, the pandemic of racism has existed way longer than COVID-19, and it has killed way more people than, 100,000 people. Granted, of course, that is devastating. But racism has killed, of course, over the course of, 400 years, of course, and beyond, and, just worldwide, um, has caused a lot more deaths. So it's something that we have to fight against. It's something that, is important to fight against. And so I'm going to have to determine, where I stand in this. Like, I was thinking, like, okay, I can die from COVID, but then, like, I could also die from racism. Not saying that protests is going to, stop everything, is going to stop racism. It's not. But, it's just like, if I don't stand up, then I'm going to die in another way. That's just what's going on with me in
Well, listen,
today, in
well,
this moment.
you go. Well, you got a statement, but your statement is right either way it go because we gonna die anyway from something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
man, listen, man, just live your life. Go to protest if you go to protest. If you don't protest, don't protest. Whatever. I'm telling you, man, because we still got to get up and motivate ourselves to even live in this motherfucker. And then you gotta figure out how you working, how you working after this thing is over, and it's never gonna be over. How is COVID-19 ever gonna be over? I mean, just think about it. Nobody has given you a clear understanding of where it came from, what it is, and none of that. I mean, you could turn to different channels, but everybody get debunked by the next person.
Mm.
So you don't know what, unless you a microbiological science genius or whatever. Man, you don't know what these people did, or even if it is just a bat or whatever the case may be. We don't know exactly. Now they came out with something that said, somebody said, you know what, I'm not even gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna talk about what somebody said and what they said. We've been listening to them all our lives, man. We got hearts, we got minds. You got a common sense got to kick in this motherfucker somewhere. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? You taking some information and you gotta know, like, how germs travel. I mean, the basic stuff like doorknobs, like, people coughing in your face. You in a closed area where somebody's sick. So you got to do the regular stuff, man. The regular stuff is gonna get us through.
Common
And then
sense.
somebody was like, "Yeah, the human body." Then we don't know people dying. You don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. Then people marching. You don't want to hurt their feelings. But then you marching, and then you that close. So yeah, it's just a hard. That's why I don't mess with that serious stuff, man. I'm telling you, man.
Mm.
But today just happened to be one of those days where I got a hashtag. I don't know if somebody else put it out there, but people text me stuff, and text me some beautiful stuff, like a little girl singing, a boy, or a poem or something, or I might get something really beautiful, and I'm like, wow, how to make a thug cry. Not that I'm a thug,
Mm.
but I'm a street dude, but I ain't no, I ain't no real tough dude. But
Ashley said,
still,
"Amen, pops."
yeah, word. But for
Yeah.
real, I'm telling you, man. Look at the good stuff that's going around, and find you a playlist, man. Songs and because
Yeah,
it'll give you some strength. It'll make you think, man.
my friend Jasmine tweeted that, like, don't stay on Twitter too long, like don't stay on this app all day. She was like, Tracy Ellis Ross came out with a, like a Black Girl Magic playlist, like put on your playlist. No, you're absolutely right. Like, of course there's no escaping this. um, and we are going to fight. We're going to support organizations that, defund the police. We're going to support organizations, honestly, supporting people that, that can't help themselves is what the Bible talks about. Defend those who can't defend themselves, right? So that's why, any organization that you support that helps people that, are in tough situations, like you're standing up for someone. You are being a part of the solution. So don't think any act is too small. You know how they said the wings of a butterfly flap in New York, and and a tidal wave, or there's a tsunami in China, right? So remember synthetic resonance. Whatever you do to make an impact on someone, on some organization, on some community, it matters. It counts. And right now, of course, we are angry, we're upset, we're frustrated, but know that we are still going to continue going out there and making an impact where we can. Now, my dad did talk about, we need to stop supporting these, name brands and, big businesses that, of course, are like funding prisons and, funding police stations. Like, that's some steps that we have to take. And we do have to look inside to see, what are we doing that can help. And I believe we are. I mean, people are going to be tired of people looting, people rioting. you know I mean, I have hope in people. I have hope in humanity that, we will change. I don't think it might not change tomorrow. It's not going to change, with a couple of burned down police precincts, but it will change.
Here's why we have a daddy daughter podcast, because my views can be totally different than my daughter's views. Now, we'll have debates, man, and it's all right to debate, man. We don't gotta be agreeable with each other like that. Like, I'm I don't believe stuff. So I don't believe organizations. I don't believe none of that. I mean, I believe let me say, I work in the school, so I believe what's happening in there because I'm in it. But man, as far as me, Yeah, I don't even know how to explain that, but I just
Well, you say you want to use your voice. Can you talk about that a
no
little
no
bit?
I'm about to say I just want to pause for a little, get my thoughts together. I don't want people to rush into nothing. All right, so here we go. I'm 55 now, and I be talking to all my friends is like 30. All my people at my job is like 35, 30, 36, maybe 40 years old. The people I hang out with, so they 10 years younger than me, and it's kind of weird to be the way I think. Like I think because I've experienced some stuff. So I didn't really go to Nietzsche's book, or I don't know what quotes Einstein did, or I really got all my stuff from streets and the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't even read that. I can't even quote a scripture. And I've been reading it for over 20 years. So, some people minds ain't set that way. Some people minds are set from what's in them,
Mm,
and I think God he put something like because before people was reading books, God put it was leaders, it was kings, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of stuff going on before books. You gotta know that you got something in you already before all these people wrote and remembered all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know that don't kill nobody. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
It
mm,
was an innate feeling, it was something that's already built in. So we got a lot of built in stuff in. We just run from it because we bombarded with information all day and all types of preachers and Muslims and all religions and all that. We
mm,
bombarded with, and then you lose your way. You lose your what makes you, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say listen to music, Bug, the crazy thing about I just started listening to, I've been listening to rap, but not like rap these days rap. But now I'm starting to listen to some of these rappers like
mm.
Nipsey Hussle. That dude was saying something, you know what I'm saying? There's some songs on that album that I don't like, but man, there's some deep songs on that album, man.
Yeah.
Yo, kid, I mean,
Nip the Great.
yo, and I didn't even know the dude. I just my daughter Mia said something, and I was like, all right, so then something made me down. Oh no, I to tell you the truth. Angie, something that happened. Maybe something that happened, and Angie gave me the record. I mean, gave me the album, or told me to listen to the album. It was crazy.
Mm,
And ever since then, I've been listening to all their little albums. So a lot of them rappers be saying some stuff, man. I say all that to just say, man, find you. You know what I'm saying? Find where's your heart at in all of this. Find who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then don't let media or other books that you've read, because don't you could read them, but you gotta find out how you interpretate stuff. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and I just felt I couldn't help these people. I couldn't help that dude. I couldn't help the people that died from corona. That some of my friends, I can't go to their funerals. Just feel. I just kind of today got to me. I think word today got to me.
mm,
And then I think I was, and then I was feeling a little clogged in. So but I'm back. It's like as soon as I put these headphones on, I was like, "Oh, Sweat, you know what, man? You're a superhero. What are you doing? You can't let them get you down, man. Cause look, tomorrow ain't here yet.
mm.
So you could worry, you could march today, but tomorrow, man, we don't know. You don't know. You just do some push-ups, man. My thing is always do some push-ups. If you could get them push-ups done every day, I can guarantee you
Mm,
your life would change.
mm. We did promise that
Oh,
you
we
was
was
going to
supposed to.
talk about the wedding, so
Oh man, I
I
was
think you
supposed to
should
talk
at
about the
least
wedding.
give, yeah,
Just touch
we
on a
Chi
little
Chi
bit.
and everybody, was talking about. So last week's episode, we talked about, 95, 96, 97, 98, pretty much when my dad, we went from going on the trains and splitting hamburgers at McDonald's. Shout out to the McDonald's on Linden Boulevard. But yeah, splitting hamburgers at McDonald's to riding in a Lexus Jeep, going to Great Adventure, anytime we wanted to, taking the pictures, the expensive pictures, and having copies, like everybody having a copy of the
Where's our
picture.
picture?
I know somebody still has it. we have to share that on like our Instagram pages or something like that. But it has to be somewhere on Facebook too. I hope.
It's gotta
Um,
be. on YouTube or something.
or YouTube. But yeah, so we talked about that. And you know, in the midst of all this, my dad was building a relationship. I was building a relationship with Tasha. Shout out to Tasha, man. She was
Right.
holding it down. She was holding it
She was
down.
holding it down. I ain't
Um,
even gonna front. I forgot that even when I went to Vegas, right? She took
yeah,
y'all out.
yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So yeah, so you want to talk about so how did y'all meet? I mean, I don't you don't have to
Hey
go
yo,
to everything, but
it's a crazy story because I met her when I was like 15 or 16 probably. She was talking to this dude and I was hustling, right? I was hustling in Brownsville, but she's from Brownsville. So I was with my man, this dude named App, right? So I go to his crib and I was like, and this girl was fighting her boyfriend, like throwing jabs, and I was like, oh sweat. But she had, back then, they would have hair. Her hair was all out, like all over the place. So, and I just was looking, and I broke the fight up. Me and App broke the fight up, and she literally was swinging at the dude who she was a boyfriend, and punched App in his face.
mm,
And App, this was one of my crazy friends. God may rest in peace. He's passed away now. He got killed.
mm,
But this dude, he looked at her like, Tasha, go in the house, right? Because she lived with her boyfriend on the third floor in Seth floor on 180. And yo, he so I looked at her, I saw her face in the kitchen, just out of my eyes. And I was like, oh, so I gotta she's a cute girl. So, and that was the first time I met her. But we didn't met each other, but she knew me from that day because she was having a fight, a big fight. So then oh, then so I used to see her in the clubs. I used to see her in these hood clubs. I mean, so you got to imagine, this is 1980. Wait, was it 89? This was like 88. This was like 87. So I used to always try to talk to her in the club, but she would never talk to me because I was kind of all over the place. I used to buy Moet at the bar, and I used to have all the tags on my clothes. I was real, I was just real fun. Like, well, I was stealing stuff, so I used to keep the tags on my clothes. It'd be like it all so dudes could know, yo, whatever. I just went shopping. I just threw this shit on, whatever. In the party, just chilling. Always was dancing, and she used to never let me get closer. Never let me dance with her. Fast forward 10 years later, I go upstate. My last time going upstate, and I can't front when I came home. That's the only person I wanted. I don't even know how because we wasn't talking. We never got together. She never gave me a number. She never did none of that. But when I got home, I used to go to Brownsville. Used to go pick up my friends' kids with my daughter. So I used to go pick up Rock kids, Kira and Cara, and but before that, right before that, no, before that, I was picking y'all up, and I used to go to Ceplo, and then I saw her one day by the phone booths. Then when there used to be phones outside before cell phones and all that, and I just was like, yo, she was with her mother, and I said, yo, one day I'm gonna marry your daughter, and she was like, get out of here. Josh was like, get out of here. I was like, yeah. I said, one of these days I'm gonna marry you, and yo, fast forward another 5, 10 years later, word, we
you
married.
married
Wow.
her. Yep.
I definitely married.
That's you know
But
what's so
she
funny?
wouldn't give me no rap, man. She wouldn't give me no rap.
Yeah. Well, when did she finally give in? Because eventually she
She
had
get
to give in.
Kazakh, literally, so I used to always try to talk to her. She tried to hook me up with her best friend, this girl named Alicia. So, and I used to call Alicia too. I was trying to talk to Alicia, but Alicia was like, no, she wouldn't let me. She was living in Jersey, and I wasn't going to Jersey. And then we just fell apart. And then I just went back to trying to get Tasha. Word.
Mm.
And then Kazakh, and I said, yo, then one day I said Kazakh when oh yeah, so when I moved to Manhattan, Kazakh brought her up to my crib when I was living with Mike actually. Yeah.
Because Kazakh knew you liked her,
Kazakh knew I liked her. I
and
had
he
to call him and tell him to bring if you see that girl, bring her up the crib. Now listen to this though. Mike goes to jail. I was living until then with Rosie's, my other baby, Rosie's aunt. Tasha moved. I used to sneak Tasha in to her crib at night. Tasha was living with me in the living room only at night. Like Tasha would tap on. She'd have a special knock or something because I slept in the living room by the door. She'd be like tap real low at whatever time, and I would sneak her in. But then one day, Billy snitched. He told his mother I used to sneak Tasha in every night. Now look, then she kicked me out. Guess we moves. Yo, she kicks me out,
Right.
takes her key back. Right? God bless Helen Word. That was my girl though. I wasn't mad at her. Nothing.
I
We didn't
love
have an
Helen.
argument. She
Yeah.
was like, "Yo, you be bringing that girl in." I'll be like, "All
Right. You
right,
ain't say
figure I'm out."
nothing. Yeah.
Yeah, I just was
I
like,
would.
"Nah, I'm out.
I would
It's
have kicked
cool."
you out. Yeah.
I moved in Wib apartment with him and his girl in 280. No, in and what was my address? I was living on in Brownsville Projects
Right.
in a 2-bedroom with Wib and his girl and me. Yo, you know how small the Yo, when you go into a project apartment, do you know how small it is? And me, it was 4 of us living in there, and
Wow.
they used to shoot every night. But I
And
had
you
changed
was
my life.
still coming to get us. You was still coming to get the
I coming
kids.
to bringing y'all back and forth out of Brownsville. I'm gonna tell you, I became neutral because all the dudes used to be like, "Oh, gee, yo," it was crazy feeling, man. Because I used to jog in the morning through Brownsville. You know, no dudes was doing that. And this is '90. Yo, this is crazy story. Yo, you know what? Yeah, that 90. That's not even 98.
Right.
We ain't
I
get
know. You're
married.
only in 1990.
That's
So
90.
yeah.
So that
I
ain't
mean, you
the.
weren't really, because I feel like you weren't really bringing her in, like, like
She
it had to
wasn't
be a
right. She
point.
wasn't down at first. Right. It had to be a
Yeah, it
time
had to be
because
a point where you was like, okay, come and I'm gonna pick up, like the
right.
kids, and you
It
gonna
had to
come
be
with
a
us
time
and
because y'all.
everybody.
I was not messing with no. If you remember, I was not letting nobody around my kids. That's
Mm,
crazy.
mm.
Or they could come, but ain't nobody. And matter of fact, that's the only girl y'all met, right? You ever see me with another girl?
No, not that I remember.
Right. Right. So that it was crazy. It was crazy. It's just well, just the parable about it is that we actually lived in a project. My man who I was living with, I don't know if I want to expose it, but
You
anyway,
don't have to
he's
say
cool
that
now.
because eventually, so y'all went from that. I mean, I don't know if y'all went directly to Uptown, but y'all moved to a deluxe apartment in the sky. You know what I mean?
Yo,
Eventually, like y'all went from
eventually.
two people
Yeah,
in
we
two
went
rooms
from
to,
Brownsville, but look, we went from that apartment to her mother apartment in Far Rockaway. Her mother kicked me out. Then I moved into Hunter College dorms. Remember that?
and she stayed with her mom.
And she stayed with her
So you
mom's,
were
but
really
then
living in a dorm. Wow. I kind of
I
sort
was
of did.
living in
I
a
never really like
college
made that
dorm
connection. For how long? Like a year and a half?
like 2 years. And look, Tasha used to stay there. They had to put her out because you could allow somebody to spend the night like two nights. Tasha used to be there like a month or two
Y'all
months.
must have been in love because
I know, right? That had to be
in
crazy,
a
right?
little dorm room, you're talking about a 2 bedroom apartment. A
I'm
dorm room
a
is even
dorm room,
a
a
twin bed.
dorm room, a twin bed. You don't remember oh my God.
Yeah, I remember when
Yo,
we came in there,
so
that little room with your frosted flakes.
this is the unbelievable. So I remember that dude was talking about this is what it looks like. This is what change looks like. So you just you accept what life gives you and you make the best out of every situation. Cause I moved in a Brownsville apartment, literally, and my man was still getting high. And he used to come. I used to be I was in Hunter College. I used to be trying to do my homework, and he'd be right in front of me. He'd be like, "Yo, go ahead, man. You know you want some," and I'd be like, and I used to just laugh. It's crazy once that get in you. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's a beautiful feeling to turn down some stuff back in the days you couldn't turn down, or even you don't even get it ain't got to be dope or drugs. Say if you turn down an argument or something, yeah, you got to walk away sometime. Like if you get ready to argue, somebody's really being out of their minds, and you be like, and they wrong, and you right, and you walk away from that. Yo, once you start doing that, but then you got to really be careful because will try to find you.
Uh,
Like anytime you
okay.
start talking some good stuff, yeah, he always
He
trying to be
will.
there.
Okay, so take us to the wedding. We want to get to, take us
Oh,
kind
all
of.
right. So the
Okay, so
wedding.
from Hunter College, Used to be sneaking in, but she had to.
Sneaking in.
She got kicked out.
She got
So
kicked
where you
out.
went after? Oh no, but then you was going back with Mike after that.
Right. Then oh, so listen, so we living in Brownsville projects. We living in Brownsville projects, Far Rockaway, and we living in Hunter College dorms. This girl is following me around. We ain't got no money. I mean, we broke. We
Less than
eating
no money.
cereal all day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It was this Chinese girl that lived in the dorm, used to give me oodles and noodles because her pops used to give her boxes of oodle noodles from China or wherever. That might have been nah. I was all right. So look, yo, but look, yeah, man. Wait, where was I?
So from then
Okay,
Mike
so then we,
called. So what
oh
happened with
wait.
y'all?
So I'm in the dorm now. Mind you, this chick done follow me around in people houses. So we
Right.
like I said, we broke. I remember. Yeah. Anyway, so I get the call. I'm in Hunter College dorm, and it's a phone booth at the end of the hall. This is no cell phone. This is 1992. No, this is 95. Actually, this is 90. This is 94. Mike is getting ready to come home the next year. So this is like 94. There's no cell phones. So, dang, cell phones is that young? Yo,
Yes,
everybody
we
listen to this
still.
call right now. Y'all gotta know this is the time to think of the next cell phone, the next thing. Anyway, that's another podcast. But yeah, we gonna figure something out. Y'all better be billionaires coming out of this. But anyway, yeah. So I get the phone call. Yo, Gordy, Mike is coming home. I need you to go to Southernton and fix up the crib. Now, mind you, this dude know he's calling they know I done changed my life. I'm in college. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
crazy. Gordy's in college. But so Rory Holloway, the dude, Mike's manager, called me and tell me to, yeah, pack your stuff. Let's get out of here. We're going to set the house up. Mike will be home in like 3 weeks or 4 weeks or something like that next month. So, so, so boom. So boom. All right. So I called Tosh. I'll be like, yeah. I said, yo, guess what, man? I'm gonna be going to Ohio for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? She was like, what? Get out of here. For what? I said, yo, Mike is coming home and we gonna be fighting again. So she's like, all right, cool. She ain't paid no mind. She really didn't know how big it was at that time. I didn't know how big it was at that time because I was really trying to do the college thing. But when I got out, once he came home and they came home with $1 million in cash. Like before, listen, this ain't Mayweather time. This ain't Puffy time. Ain't no Puff Daddy right now. Puff Daddy is throwing parties and he's making money, but he ain't Puff. He ain't Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And they used to hang out with us because we used to hang out with Heavy D and them. These dudes used to hang out with us anyway. Yeah. So Tasha came with me through all that. So I was like, I ain't gonna be no sucker. I ain't gonna be no sucker. Word. That's all I kept saying. Don't be a sucker. Cause when I went to, yo, I was think I was I started out making 250,000 a year, cars and bonuses every fight. It's like 25,000, 30, getting these big stacks of money and stuff like that. And I just stayed with Tasha. So you talking about, and I still didn't marry her till Mike stopped fighting, tell you the truth. I didn't marry her to stop. Mike stopped fighting in like '97 or beginning of '98. The last fight, I mean, or with me, he's because he changed. He changed. He turned into. I mean, he just left the whole Team Tyson thing and went to I don't know whoever them people was. But anyway, but during the time, Tasha was coming to every fight. Tasha didn't have the one for nothing, man. I kind of regret that I never really that it fell apart in 3 years because I never really got to, just buy everybody cars or some craziness like that. But my mission was different. My mission was different.
Right, and
And we
that's why
got
it
to give
had
her
to
props
be.
because
What had to
I think
happen
that's what broke
happened.
us up because I had a mission, man. I was on a mission. Like the Blues Brothers, I was on a
What
mission
did
from
she say?
God.
But all right, but like then when you came home, you got this swanky uptown apartment. Did y'all have the apartment before you got married?
No, we didn't. No, Tasha actually got that apartment, but I put
Mm,
up the money for it.
okay.
But she had a job.
So
She
then
had a
talk about the wedding. How did you get there? How did you
so
propose?
yo,
We
I'm
still
gonna tell you
never
something, man. I was on a
talked
mission.
about
I
the
think
wedding.
I was all I was so I was so focused on what I wanted. So I bought a big ring, and one day she was we had this big party for Mike over here on 57th Street. Um, I forgot what it was for, but we had this big party for Mike, and that night I just gave her the ring. I ain't be like, yo, you marry me or nothing. I just said here. And she went around the party just telling people, yo, this nigga just gave me a ring with no proposal. I
But
knew
she took it and wore
I
it,
didn't
right?
even
So,
she took it and she married me. Yeah, she did. But
how
it
long
wasn't like
after
no
was it that?
I
Like how long was it after
so that
how
was
long were
in
y'all
a
engaged?
year. I think it was a year after I gave her the ring. I think it was a year after I gave her the
And you were
ring.
still going to CCC and
I was still going to CCC. I never that day I went to CCC. I never stopped going. In March
yeah.
1990 I went there the 10th.
So you
I
knew you were
never
gonna get
stopped going.
married there.
I knew I was going to get married there. It wasn't no question about what I was doing. And I'm gonna tell you something though. We wore African
I love
gear.
that.
We wore African gear, but she
Love
really
that. We
didn't
gotta
want
show
that.
some of these pictures. Oh, but
She
whose
really
idea was that? I thought that was her
that
idea.
no. She wanted a regular wedding, and I said, Tosh, you can wear some regular stuff, and I'm wearing my King Tut. I'm wearing my
What
King
made you think of
Nefertiti.
that? I never knew that.
I, I was pro black. I was pro everything. I was pro change the hood. I was pro everything, man.
Wow.
I didn't yeah,
New breed.
that was an executive decision. That shit was, and I was wrong for it. To tell you the truth, because I didn't even realize a wedding is really for the women. But I didn't know. I just wanted
Yeah.
to make a statement. I wanted to make a statement, and I said, if I am gonna get married, to somebody, it's gonna be a statement.
Mm.
So the whole crew went to this African joint on Fulton Street,
Yep. Yep.
which they own that club that you had that party in now.
What
You don't
club?
remember you had a party at some black owned establishment under the bridge?
Oh, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking about. I told you Amarachi.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You
Cause
had
I got
those
cause
dudes.
remember I went to him for my prom dress. Cause I was inspired by y'all, and I would tell Tasha,
That's the same dude. That
I'm gonna
dude
get my
owns that
prom dress.
restaurant. His family, yeah.
I said this was so cool. I'm gonna get my prom dress there. And Tasha was like, you don't even know, what you're gonna wear to prom. Cause how old was 98? I was only 14. Was dang, that was old. Wait, yeah, I was 14. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get my prom dress made like y'all wedding. And 4 years
Yeah, yeah,
later, I
yeah.
went to that same guy and got my
We
prom
had to
dress.
come into America wedding.
And I want to get honestly, I want to get married in something like that too. With the traditional African please. I want that to be in my wedding too. So I love it. And Mike pulled up on the motorcycle.
Oh, Mike and 20 other dudes pulled up on a motorcycle. So this is how it went down. And God bless Watson, the student named Rodney Bailey. He passed away, but he was supposed to be in the wedding too. So he got killed right before my wedding. Like,
Mm.
so we wore these black ribbons around our things. We thought Mike wasn't even gonna make it because we had Mike's outfit, because he said he was coming, but then the wedding was about to start and he didn't get there yet. So we all was like, freak it, just leave it in the bathroom.
Like whatever.
And if he come, whatever. So we just get ready to walk out and you hear all these motorcycles pull up. Mike, no, but he lucky that we had the African stuff on because he had on jeans and a shirt or something. He wasn't dressed for no wedding. But he came, he looked out, and I know people think Mike gave me some money or something, but he ain't give no wedding.
He
Yo, but
was the
I
gift.
was just so
He was
happy. I was just so
right.
happy they was there.
It was
Cause,
cool. It
cause
was a
we
good
had
wedding. It was
just
a fun time. I remember that wedding. It was fun.
yeah. It was big. It was nice. It was like what it was 10 and 10. It was 10.
It was a
I
lot of
had 10
a lot
dudes.
of big party.
Yeah,
Me
that
and
that big
Janae.
that party was big. Gary, Ooey, Percy. Wow. I had a lot of people. Darren, who else was on that line? I had a lot of people. Rory,
Uncle
Mike,
Diz. What's up? Yeah.
Little D was a baby.
Yep. Janae was little too.
So if anybody's a new listener, right now, I know this podcast is really about you know how God interacts with us,
Mm-hmm.
and so when we talking about these stories, we really trying to show you that no matter how much wrong you did, no matter how far you and your kid is apart, you can make a choice and change it right there, right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like insane. So some people might just come on and think I'm trying to talk about Mike. Yeah, I did all this stuff. Not that I did all this stuff. It's that I was a dope head, I was a coke head, and I was a motherfucking hustler,
Mm,
and I did all this stuff.
mm,
And when I made it, you know what I'm saying? That means that, and I still don't got no college degree, and I make over $100,000 a year in a
mm,
legal job. And
mm,
I don't know why I just said that over the internet, because now niggas,
mm,
I don't know why would I put that out there, but no,
mm,
I put it out there because I want to tell you, nigga, I started cleaning bathrooms,
mm,
and I don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So stop that. Yo, my stepdaughter's going through something now. The church wants her to get baptized in the thing, but I'm like, well, you'll get baptized when it's over. But
mm.
they kind of pressure, and you know that church me I was trying to ask you about.
Yeah,
Anyway, yo, God will
but yeah,
speak to you, and if you think God won't
amen.
speak to you, then He won't. But
Mm,
if you keep listening for Him, He gonna say something to you. And I know it's gonna sound crazy, but then this parable might not be for you. You might just be here just to hate on us or
mm,
whatever. But this is a God story. This ain't got. This is this not a rewritten Bible, but this is, yo. This is a New Testament.
mm.
This is a New
This is
Testament.
the next
This is the
testament.
next testament. I'm just saying, stop. Yo, we know. Do you think God is dumb?
God ain't dumb.
God,
That's a that's
I'm just
a that's the
saying.
title of the episode. God ain't dumb.
There's nothing you can do to make you go to heaven but accept Christ. There's nothing you could do, right?
Mm,
I know people like, nah, I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna get myself together, and then I'm gonna start going to God. No, man. I brought every problem I had to the church.
mm.
I brought
That's what you gotta
all that
do.
luggage.
That's what we gotta do.
So if you're listening for the
What we
first
got
time, and
to
if you
do.
heard this podcast for the first time, yes, it's my story. But this is what I didn't tell you about is the breakup.
Is right. But
We broke up, y'all. I know that story was beautiful, man. We ran our course, man. We ran our course, but it was I ain't gonna even front, man. It was beautiful while it lasted, and I don't know. I don't ask me.
well in
I'll have her
2000
I'll have her come on the podcast, and
it's,
she'll probably go off. No, but
mm,
we cool. It's just that didn't work out.
yeah, but I mean that won't be the next episode because y'all did have sometimes. I mean, it's not only going to be about Tasha. On the next episode, we'll talk about pretty much 98 to 2000, 2002. I mean 98 to like 2003 ish. In 2002 is when I went to college, so you know
Wow,
that's when y'all
2002.
came down. Yeah, and you brought the kids, you brought everybody down
Yo,
from college
Mia, was I doing it?
up
Word
to
up. With the
us.
van almost killed all the kids.
Yeah, but when did you start working for the school? You started working for the school in
2004.
in 2004. Wow. So
But
where
I
were
had
you
the big
working in
company.
2000? Oh
I had
yes,
my own
Jamia.
company. I had y'all
Jamia.
working. Remember, I had y'all coming to the
So was that in like 2000? When did you start the paint
Jamia
company?
Construction. Janae and Mia name. Huh?
HU, yes, Ashley. That's where I know Ashley from. But yes, so when did you start Jamia Construction? In like 2000?
Jamia Construction was I think in 2000, 2000, 2001, 2002. Those was them years. First it was foundations, but I had to, oh, that was ugly. But first it was foundations, and then I had to get my own company and name it Jamia Construction.
Right.
And
Okay.
and and made a bunch of money with that. And then I got the job at the school. Matter of fact, I renovated the school. That's the story about Mary Grace. So I
Mm,
renovated the school, and that was the last time I did construction. I still was painting on the side. That's how I really made a lot of money painting.
mm,
Because when I first started working at the school, I was making like $200 a week. My check was after 2 weeks was $484 or something like that.
mm.
That was my first real job.
Yeah.
They was taking taxes out and they was taking 401k.
Ugh.
I ain't never know nothing about that.
It's like, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, cool. Well, so yeah, on the next episode then, if you started Jamia in 2000, then, we could talk about those years and what happened there.
Yeah. So did I ever bring you to the school over there, the first school?
Yeah. Yeah.
I had
Wasn't Daryl over there too?
Daryl. That's when Daryl was working there. Yeah.
Right. That was my guy, Daryl. So yeah. And wait, no, we didn't start working on the movie until 2008. Because I was about to say we was working on, but we're gonna get to that year too. So, and I already talked about high school. So yeah, next episode we're gonna talk about Jamia, construction a little bit, and we look forward to seeing y'all then. So, as we always like to do, we want to shout out a Parables from the Project's Person of the Day. And I think that it should be no other than, drum roll please.
That guy.
What guy?
Who? Or
George
who you
Floyd.
got? George. Who was you gonna say?
Tasha.
Oh, yeah, let's do Tasha. And let's not do her in the same breath as George Floyd. Even
Right.
though, yo.
Right. But this episode is dedicated to George Floyd.
This
and our
episode
parables,
is dedicated.
yeah,
And our
and
parables
to
for
all
the
of those
thing.
we lost. And to our Parables from the Project's Person of the Day is
Toshua Long. Miss Toshua Long.
Tasha Long, who was in there for the long run.
She was in there. She wasn't in the rough years.
She was in there for the rough years.
Because before we had the truck, we used to be on the train. Tasha used to be on the train with us. And she had to take care of the kids. Like I didn't even have an option for her. Word. I didn't even be like, yo, nah, you. It was like, yo, we
Craig
going
and
to pick up.
Sean and Ron,
We're going to pick up 10 kids, and that's how we live in our life. And she was with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't blame her. I can't blame her.
So
for that.
salute, man, and to everybody out there. Our thoughts, you're in our thoughts and prayers. I mean, shoot, everybody out there, period. Whether you're on the front lines, now
the front lines, and now it's Corona. It's the front
right,
lines, man. Stand up, though. I'm telling y'all, stand up. Word, look them right in the face, man. Look whatever comes your way, dead in the face, and know that you got a savior, man. Yo, listen, you gotta look motherfuckers in the eye, and you can see exactly what they talking about. You can see it exactly. You can see exactly what they talking about. You could feel it. You know what I'm saying? You will feel if God is speaking through them or He's not. Cause don't be. Anyway, that's another podcast. Word.
Right, we will talk about that next week. So make sure that you are following us at Project Parables on Twitter, at Mia_Hall19 on Instagram, and my dad is.
I'm gorgeous Gordy 9 on Instagram.
We're also parablesfromtheprojects.com. You can also visit our website. Make sure if you're listening to this on iTunes, leave us a review. We love reviews, so please let us know what you think. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, make sure that you share it on Facebook, on Instagram, and take a screenshot. Share it on your IG or Facebook stories. And also make sure you share this link with a friend. So until next time, we're telling you to, keep it safe, keep it humble, and keep your eyes on God. We love y'all.
Love you guys. Peace.
All right. Peace.